The M26 is a fragmentation hand grenade made by the United States. The M26 is a fragmentation grenade developed by the United States military. It entered service around 1952 and was used in combat during the Korean War. Its distinct lemon shape led it to being nicknamed the lemon grenade, compare Russian F1 grenade, and Mk2 pineapple grenade, with similar nicknames. Fragmentation is enhanced by a special pre-notched fragmentation coil that lies along the inside of the grenade's body. This coil had a circular cross-section in the M26 grenade and an improved square cross-section in the M26A1 and later designs. The grenades were stored inside two-part cylindrical fiberboard shipping tubes, container M289, and were packed 25 or 30 to a crate. History. The M26 was developed as a result of studies on the Mk2. Unlike its previous counterpart, its M204A1 fuse creates no telltale smoke or sparks when ignited, and its powder train is almost silent while it burns down. Its composition B filler was considered safer than the flaked or granular TNT filling used in the Mk2. The M26 series was created after World War II to meet criticisms of the Mk2. The original M26 replaced the Mk2 fragmentation grenade as Army standard issue in Korea. Massive World War II production left the Mk2 as limited standard issue with the U.S. Army and U.S. Marines throughout the 1960s and the U.S. Navy until the 1970s. The M26A1/M61 was the primary fragmentation grenade used by American forces in the Vietnam War. The M26 series, M26/M61/M57, was replaced by the M33 series grenade, M33/M67, at the end of the Vietnam War. Variants. M26A1. The M26A1 is an M26 that has the fragmentation coil redesigned to have a square rather than circular cross-section and has deeper serrations to aid in fragmentation. It also added a small tetrail booster charge on its fuse to completely detonate the explosive filler, displaced to 5.5 ounces because of the added booster charge, and used the updated M204A2 fuse. M26A2. The M26A2 is an M26A1 modified to accept an M217 impact fuse. It is slightly fatter than the M26A1 and has a red painted lever that is embossed with the word impact on it. M30. The M30 is the practice version of the M26 grenade. It had a cast iron two-piece oval body with a plastic base plug. The body was embossed with the symbols RFX55. It was originally the basis for an experimental hand grenade that was never put into production. It had a filler of 21 grains of black powder and used the M10A3/M10A4 or M204A1/M204A2 series of fuses. Its body is painted light blue with a brown band across the middle. When the grenade detonated, the overpressure made the plug pop out and released a plume of black smoke caused by the burnt filler. M61. The M61 is the M26A1 with an extra safety, called the jungle clip, attached to the safety lever. This is to prevent the safety lever from flying off and allowing the striker to function if the safety pin gets accidentally pulled out by snagging it on jungle vegetation. The most common method of carrying grenades was by straps on the ammo pouches. Soldiers also commonly hung grenades on their persons using the safety levers, although it is said that official policy forbade the practice as unsafe. M62. The M62 is the practice version of the M26A1/M61, but with a larger 5/8-inch fuse well. It has a filler of 37.5 grains of black powder and uses the M228 fuse. Its body and lever are painted blue to identify it as a practice grenade, and it has a jungle clip like the M61. M50. The M50 was a live-fire conversion of the M30 practice grenade for use on training ranges. It sealed the base plug, used the M204A1 fuse, and replaced the low-explosive black powder filler with high-explosive composition B. It allowed the training of recruits with greater safety because it lacked the fragmentation coil of the M26 and had a smaller blast radius. This also used up obsolete ordnance by utilizing worn M30 bodies as its base. M56. The M56 is the M26A1 with a larger 5/8-inch fuse well. It uses the M215 detonating fuse, with a delay of 4-5 seconds, and has a jungle clip like the M61. The M215 is similar to the M213 fuse used in the M33 series grenades, except it has a curved lever rather than the bent straight lever of the M213. M57. The M57 is the M26A2 with a jungle clip safety attached to the lever. L2, United Kingdom. The L2 series, with the green shell, is the British version of the M26, it has a 4.4 second fuse. The L2 was like the early M26, except it used the L25 series fuse. The L2A1 was like the product improved M26A1, and the L2A2 was a variant of the L2A1 with a redesigned fuse well for ease of mass production. The L3 series, with a light blue shell and a black powder filler, is the practice grenade variant. The L4 series, with a dark blue shell, non-functional fuse, and no filler, is the inert drill grenade variant. Users. Australia adopted the M26, but it has been mostly replaced by the F1 grenade. Brazil, used by the Brazilian Army. United States, the M26 was introduced during the Korean War. It was limited standard issue at the beginning of the Vietnam War and was soon replaced by the M26A1/M61, M26A2/M57, and M33/M67 as standard issue. Canada adopted the M61, but it has since been replaced by the C13 grenade, a Canadian-made version of the M67 grenade. Colombia, used by the Colombian Army. It is fabricated by Military Industry of Colombia Indumil. United Kingdom, the L2 series replaced the M36 Mills bomb in British service. It has been almost completely replaced by the L109 grenade. Israel, the M26A2 was adopted in Israel as the M26, and is still in use in that country. Its variant added an improved safety fuse in 2012, aimed to ensure the grenade will not explode if struck by an enemy bullet. North Korea, used by North Korean Special Forces. Philippines, used by Armed Forces of the Philippines and Philippine National Police Special Action Force. Portugal adopted the M26A1 and produced it under license as the M312. South Africa produced the M963, itself a variant of the Portuguese M312, under license. South Vietnam received the M26 grenade as US aid. Production and sales of the M26 continued to South Vietnam even after the US military adopted the M26A1/M61 and M33/M67. Type hand grenade. Place of origin United States. Service history. In service 1950s present. Used by Brazil. United States. Israel. United Kingdom. Australia. Canada. Philippines. Portugal. South Africa. Wars: Korean War, Vietnam War, Six-Day War, Yom Kippur War, Falklands War, Syrian Civil War. Production history. Produced 1950s present. Specifications. Weight 16 ounces. Length 99 mm. Diameter 57 mm. Filling composition B. Filling weight 5.75 ounces. Detonation. Mechanism. M204 series timed friction fuse.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.